To quote a video game I once and sometimes still play, hello, hi, greetings, etc. Welcome everybody, my name is Mr. Hall, and today I am starting a brand new YouTube series I like to call Back to the Basics. Today's video is actually going to be split into two videos. I'm going to be going over all things quests, and in video one I'm going to go over some solo content as well as beginner content that I think all beginners should do to help them out. And the second video is going to be all about cooperative content and end game quests. So we're going to jump right into that. Big shout out to my younger brother. He's the reason I'm starting to do these videos now. Figured I finally got him to start playing the game. I want to do videos to help him out. So we're going to start this off, and if nothing else, I'm going to be addressing this video kind of sort of to him as a beginner. So if you're a veteran player, an end-game player, and you know all this stuff and you think, this is really silly, why is this guy making videos about this stuff? This is easy common stuff. Well, that's why I'm addressing the beginners. So let's begin. We're going to go up here to start off. We're going to go into fight mode up here. First thing we're going to look at here is the far left quest. I'm going to tap on it. One thing you might notice is that there is a book select. Ignore that for right now. If you're a beginner player, you're not going to be selecting a book right now. You're going to be stuck in book one for a very long time. I'm still stuck in book one, and I've been playing this game for a very long time. So I'm going to ignore, I'm going to collapse this Act 6 here. We're going to scroll over to Act 1. When you started the game, this is where the game had you begin. This is the story content right here. Okay, so Act 1, Chapter 1, Quest 1. The boss is Captain America. He's not the only fight, he's just the final fight. Once you defeat him, you can move on to the second quest, where the boss is Iron Fist. Okay? Then once you complete that, you can move on to the next one and the next one until you've completed that chapter. You can move on to Chapter 2, do the same thing, go through all the quests, move to Chapter 3, and so on and so forth. Once you've ran through all of these chapters in Act 1, you can now move on to Act 2. So, same thing. Once you've completed Act 2, you can do the same thing. Go into Act 3, complete those, and work your way throughout the story content. You will, however, eventually run into a brick wall. You just can't get past a certain point. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm going to explain how and what to do with yourself once that happens, because it will happen. So, first things first that I want to point out, in my opinion, as a beginner player, I think it is most important to plow through story content as much and as fast as possible. The reason for that is, you might notice this little thing up here where it says 0% completed. It's got this little symbol. I'm going to tap on that right here. This here is your story milestones, okay? When you complete Act 1, you're going to get this title called the Challenger, okay? When you complete Act 2, you're going to get a new title called Contender. Now notice down here in the Gain Access To section, what do we have? What we have here is a list of different crystals. So what this means is you're going to be able to buy the premium hero crystals for units for less units than you normally would before you became Contender. That's also going to upgrade your daily crystal. You can acquire a new crystal every 24 hours, as well as upgrade your free crystal, which you can acquire every 4 hours. So it's going to make those things better. You're also going to get a new title to show off on your profile. So those are important. Those are very important. So I suggest working through the story content as quickly as possible just for these titles, because they're going to help you greatly in the long run. The better these crystals are, the easier you're going to have running through content. So the one you want to get to as quickly as possible, but it's going to be very difficult to get there, is Act 5, Chapter 2. Get the title called Uncollected. This will greatly boost your account. Once you get this title, well, a lot of in-game players nowadays even still consider this one of the greatest milestones, one of the most important milestones in the game. You reach Uncollected. So that's one of the things you want to do, is reach Uncollected by completing. I'm going to show you right here if I can hit the X. There we go. You're going to go into Act 5 once you get there, once you've worked through the other content. You're going to want to complete this fight right here where the boss is a question mark. The reason for that question mark is that it's the collector. They don't want you to know who it is. But anyway, that's who it's going to be. So you're going to want to beat that boss halfway through Act 5. That's going to get you the rank of uncollected. That's going to open up these better crystals for you. That's going to be great. So that's what you want to do. But it's going to be hard. You're going to hit a couple roadblocks before then. That's okay. So what you want to do, once you hit a roadblock, there's lots of other content you can do in the meantime. Right here, right next to the story content, we have the event quest. This month's is called Mixed Emotions. Okay, this is all about, well, I don't want to say it's all about Valentine's Day. We got a side quest for that, but I'm getting to that. Every month, the game updates and gives us new story content that lasts for only a month. Once that month story content, once the 30 days ends, that story content goes away. It has several different difficulties, starting from normal and goes all the way to Cavalier. Now, some of these are going to be locked based on progression and account level. So some of these you won't be able to do right away until you reach some of those story milestones I mentioned a minute ago. So if you reach a point in the story that you can't progress anymore, this right here, these event quests, these monthly event quests are a great place to come in and just keep working and keep grinding, keep gaining rewards, and then keep growing your account until you reach a point that you're no longer stuck within that main quest that you got stuck on. So that's a big one. That's important. They refresh every 30 days. It's always something different. They've got new dialogue, new paths, and new fights, and generally 2 brand new champions to fight against each month as well. So that's that. Right next to that, we have the side quests. These again are just a monthly thing. They rotate every month. Sometimes they're different. Sometimes they're really, really easy, and the rewards are really, really terrible. Sometimes they're really, really hard, and the rewards are really, really good. You just never know. They're not typically story-based. Sometimes they require no energy. Sometimes they require some energy. Sometimes they're really long. Sometimes they're really short. You just never know what you're going to get with these side quests. So this one in particular, this Love is a Battle Realm for One, this is all about Deadpool trying to find romance. Okay, so this is kind of the side quest they do every February just because of Valentine's Day. So right next to it, we have the Lunar New Year. That's a unique one. We don't usually have 2 side quests running at one time. So that's unique. This one is just basically Kabam celebrating the Chinese New Year in the game. These rewards aren't particularly great, but there's some nice little, chump change, I guess. So they're not bad. But the event was, this particular side quest was extremely easy. I think just about anybody could do it. But maybe that's why the rewards aren't that great. So this one, the Love is a Battle Realm, was actually very, very good rewards at the higher end. But it was very difficult. I was able to manage to do it without any items, but I sweated through it a little bit. So, last one I want to point out before we move on to the second video and get into the harder content. Last one I want to point out, this one's also very important. I think this one is probably more important than even the monthly event quest, and is only second to the story quests. Okay, so this is going to be your daily quests. Right here we have the Proving Grounds. You can do these as often as you want to, every single day. This particular one, the Proving Grounds, it refreshes every 24 hours, but it is always the same. You always have the same rewards possible. That never changes with this particular quest. However, this one here, the Skill Strike, this one does change every 24 hours. So yesterday we had Mutant Mayhem. Today we have the Skill Strike. These 2 quests will help you gain resources to rank up your champions. The way the game works is you level up your champions until you can't level them up anymore. You have to then rank them up. And the way you rank them up is you need these catalysts. So right here, this is the easy one. By completing this, you're going to get a chance to get Tier 1 basic catalyst, or Tier 1 class catalyst for skill champions that you need to rank up. So, over here, you have Tier 1 basic catalyst to rank up champions. So, that's what that is. That's what I think you should focus on. If you're not doing the story quest, you should be focusing on these daily quests. You should be grinding these every chance you get. If you have extra time and extra energy left over in the game, I highly recommend doing these every single day, just getting as many of these resources as you possibly can, ranking up as many champions as you can to really help your account progress. Okay, so even if you get to a point where you've maximized the items, I think you still want to keep gaining these rewards as much as possible, because they'll just go into your overflow. Okay, so that one's highly important. I think you should focus on these two quests right here. If you're not focusing on these two quests, be focusing on go away. There we go. You should be focusing on the story content, which is these right here. Okay, so to summarize real quick, focus on the story content. Once you hit a brick wall, don't stress it. Okay, you can come back to it later. You're going to, I didn't mean to touch that, my wrist bumped it. You're going to go focus on either event quest, the monthly event quest, or you're going to go back into these daily quests to rank up your champions. So that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to go ahead and do video 2, where I'm going to explain some of the harder content. So thanks for watching. Peace out.